I did not watch any of the FIFA 2026 World Cup at all. I didn't watch none of it. And I'm going to get right into my reason for why I did not watch none of the World Cup that everyone is glorifying. Everyone is watching. Everyone is locked in on. Now, it's not that I don't have the resources. It's not that I don't have a television. It's not that we don't have cable. It's not that we didn't pay the cable bill or don't have the internet provider or the internet resources. It's not as if I can't watch it. It's not as if I have any external reason for why I cannot watch it. I have a big old TV right here mounted on the wall that's available and ready for me to watch whatever I want to watch at any given moment, at any given time that I want to watch it. However, my TV stays off for the most part. But let's get into my reason for why I did not watch any of the World Cup this year, 2026. Now, when I'm out and about, many of my acquaintances or just people in general will mention the World Cup to me and say, did you see any of the games? Did you see that play? Did you see how good that game was yesterday? And I'm completely dumbfounded. I have no idea of what they're talking about. In all actuality, I forgot that the World Cup games was actually on. And I know it's a big platform. I know it's a huge event. And I know that a lot of people are locked in again on watching the FIFA World Cup. And I get it. It's entertainment. It's something that doesn't necessarily come by so often. I get it. It's a big deal when it comes to the States and everybody who's locked in on it. But the reason why I didn't watch any of the World Cup is because, let me ask you the question first. I'm going to ask you the question, how can I watch it? Again, I'm not talking about in general when it comes to the resources and opportunity to be able to watch it, but how can I actually watch the World Cup? How can I watch it? If you are a young man on your goals, goal-driven, goal-oriented, have dreams, have a purpose, have a mission attached to your life, your walk of life, and the things that you want to accomplish in your life, then how can you? How can you watch it? Keep in mind, we just got finished watching the 2026 NBA Finals, let alone the entire season. We just got done watching that, and I did a video on that similar to this that I will link to this video if you guys want to see that or haven't seen it already. But we just got finished entertaining ourselves and watching the 2026 finale, which I didn't watch that either. I wasn't locked in on that either. I didn't watch any of that. I missed all of that as well. But to my point is, for those who were locked in, for those who were watching it, we just got finished watching that. We have goals, but we come home and we don't necessarily get right to our goals or feel as though we don't have the time to get to our goals because we have to get home and get ready to watch the game, the 2026 NBA Finals. Again, coming off of a season into the playoffs, and then in the playoffs, you have a few series of games, and then you have the actual NBA Finals. So we're pushing our goals to the side to watch that, and then bam, now we have more entertainment that we have to catch up on. Now we have to lock in on the World Cup. Now we have to watch all of these series of games. But my question to you is, how can you afford the time to watch those games and lock in on those games when you have purpose attached to your name? When you have purpose attached to your walk of life, when you have goals that you have to pursue, when you're in pursuit of becoming a better version of yourself, when you're in pursuit of establishing that business, when you're in pursuit of making $1 million within the next year, when you're in pursuit of doubling that within the next couple of years, when you're in pursuit of really trying to extract the best version out of yourself, how can you find the time to sit hours upon hours upon hours upon having to go to work and devote hours upon hours upon hours on top of having to go to school and sit in class for hours upon hours upon hours? And then we come home, you got to cook, you got to take care of the family. Young men, you got homework. Young men, you may have children at this stage in your life. You have responsibilities already that eats up the time within your day. So how can you afford the time to watch the 2026 NBA Finals? And then right after that, now lock in and have to devote time to watch the 2026 World Cup, the FIFA World Cup. How can you afford to do that when you have yet to succeed and accomplish your goals and you're not where you want to be? How can you do that? How can you say you want to be established in your life when that is more of a priority in your life? How can you actually tell yourself you don't have time to lock in on your goals? Now I'm hitting home when it comes to somebody. I'm big brother, so I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to be real. Look yourself in the mirror. You don't have to say nothing to me. How can you say, how can you give yourself that bold-faced lie and say that you do not have time to lock in on your goals when you come home and you do not miss a single game? How can you say you don't have time to work on your dreams when you do not miss a single game? That's not even including the shows, our favorite shows, Black Ink Crew. You know what I mean? What's the other one? Love Island. What's the other one? I can go on and on. Y'all come through in the comments. That's not even including that. That's not even including those other shows that eats up more of our time, but yet we tell ourselves the bold-faced lie. We don't have integrity with ourselves to be honest enough with ourselves to say, you know what, reality is I have not been prioritizing the very thing that's the most important to me, which is my goals, which is being in pursuit of my dreams. You got to get real with yourself. There's no way in the world that you can have transparency with anybody else in life before having transparency within yourself. Let me say that one more time. There's no way in the world that you can be transparent with others if you cannot be transparent with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to have a certain level of integrity within yourself, a certain level of just realness within yourself to be able to identify the problems within yourself. We work from inside out, not outside in. That's the reason why I did not watch none of the NBA finals. That's the reason why I did not watch none of the World Cup. I have no idea of what's going on, and that's a good thing. That means that I am out of sight, out of mind. I have no idea what is going on. I have no idea what play that y'all are referencing that I missed. I have no idea. But what I can do is tell you that I've been stacking the right sacrifices. I've been stacking the right sacrifices, and I'm encouraging you to do the same exact thing. What we're doing when we're watching all of these events, all of these things that are entertaining us, is distracting ourselves from being on our purpose. It's all a sacrifice. When we say we don't have time to commit and pursue our goals, what are we sacrificing? Because reality is, although we may work a lot, we're not at work all day. Although we may go to school a lot, we're not at school all day. We have a TV. I'm pretty sure that we all have a TV in our home. We have devices. We're doom scrolling. There's something that is distracting us at some point within our day to where we can say, you know, let's get real with ourselves. Is this doom scrolling? Is the FIFA World Cup? Is me entertaining that and stacking those sacrifices while my actual goal is being compromised by stacking the wrong set of sacrifices? While my actual goal is being compromised, I can't get to that goal because I am stacking the wrong sacrifices. I am stacking the wrong sacrifices, brother. Because in all actuality, everything, every aspect of every decision that we make is considered a sacrifice. What are you sacrificing to get to what? By way of watching the World Cup and watching the NBA Finals and watching your favorite TV shows, you're sacrificing one way or another. What is the sacrifice? What's not happening that should be happening? What is happening that does not benefit you or pour into you? So at the end of the day, the point that I'm trying to make is, hopefully you guys are catching my point, but the point that I'm trying to make is the reason why I'm not available to watch all of these events that's going on is because my goals are too important to me. I'm not where I want to be. I'm seeing the wins and the success that's behind the hard work that I'm actually putting in. I'm seeing the wins, the daily wins. I'm seeing the victories. I'm seeing the earnings. I'm seeing myself become better at what it is that I do because of my sacrifices. I'm sacrificing from watching the games so that I can lock in on my purpose. I'm sacrificing not being available to know what's going on when it comes to these events so that I can get better and improve when it comes to where I want to be in my life, improve when it comes to self-development, self-improvement in general, when it comes to building the business, when it comes to leveraging the business, when it comes to growing my channel, improving my channel, improving my thumbnails, improving everything that I'm doing, improving my book that I'm working on, that I'm writing. How can I be available for the book if I am too available for the entertainment? And you know what's wild? What's wild is that society will try to run a guilt trip on you for not watching it. Society will try to run a guilt trip on you for saying, I missed out on it. Society will sit there and laugh at you because you missed out on the event that the world is talking about. They'll look at you like you're crazy, like you're living under a rock, like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life to be missing out on this? Reality is none of that is going to get me where I want to be, bro. None of that is going to get me closer to my goals. That's my reality. None of that. Sacrificing all of those hours of entertainment, bro. Sacrificing all of those hours to be entertained. That does not put money in my pocket. That does not put money in my pocket. That does not grow me and leverage me when it comes to my business, my pursuits of life. That does not improve me when it comes to anything that I'm trying to develop in my life. All that does is just become a conversation piece when I leave out to be able to say I can relate to Becky, Joe, Sue. All it does is put me in a position to be able to talk about it. And then that moment is gone. And then something else comes up that seeks my attention, that yearns for my attention. Don't fall for the trap. Now, before I go any further and before I actually wrap this up, because there's really no need for me to, stay on the subject too long, what I'm going to say is, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't be human. I'm not saying don't be entertained. I'm not saying don't watch the World Cup, actually. It may sound like I'm contradicting myself. That's not what I'm saying. My main point is it's okay to be entertained, but it's a time and a place for everything. It's a time and a place for every freaking thing that you do. So the point that I'm trying to make is you don't have to be available for every single thing that is called entertainment. You can sacrifice some of those games, some of those shows, some aspect of whatever it is that you do on a daily basis. You can sacrifice some of that to get to the business. You can sacrifice some of that to start winning in life. You can sacrifice some of that to actually lock in on your purpose, bro. I watch football, confession. I watch boxing, confession. So again, my goal is not to say never be human enough to entertain yourself. My goal is not to say never be human enough to go on vacations. My goal is not to say never go to a baseball game or a soccer game or a football game. I do it too. A boxing event. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying don't watch them all, brother. Don't fall into the trap, young man. Young lady, young queen, young king, don't fall into the trap. If you are in pursuit of something, do not fall into this portal, the matrix, the trap of having to make sure that you watch every single event that comes up. Because again, you're only lying to yourself when you say you don't have time to work on your goals. When you're making time to watch every freaking thing that comes on as a source of entertainment that's designed to pull and distract you from being on your purpose. That's really what it is, bro. I'm saying sacrifice something to get to your goals, bro, to start winning in life. Sacrifice something. I used to watch basketball, but I now don't watch basketball so that I can be on my purpose. I don't watch all of the football games anymore. I'll watch football, but even if I watch the games, you better believe I earned the position to be able to sit and watch the games. If I'm going to show up on a Sunday and watch the games, then you better believe Monday through Saturday and even some aspects of Sunday morning in general, I did something to lock in on my purpose. There's no way in the world that I'm going to sit and watch hours and hours of games, bro, and yet say that I did not do anything to get better in my life, in my personal life, building my personal project. There's no way in the world that I'm going to let myself off that level of a hook, bro. There's no way in the world that I'm going to sit here for hours, bro, devoting time, being entertained, and I didn't do anything to pour into my passion, my purpose, bro. I didn't win. So I'm not saying don't be entertained. I'm not saying that if there's some type of entertainment, some source of entertainment that you entertain at times, bro, I'm not saying don't watch it or lock in on it occasionally. I'm just saying don't put it above your purpose. I'm just saying don't prioritize the World Cup and place it above your dreams and your goals that you should be going after. And then give yourself the excuse and lie to yourself and don't have the integrity within yourself to say, you know what? I am sacrificing my dream to get to these entertaining sources. Don't lie to yourself. You do have time. You do have time. You just have to jump out of the matrix, bro. You just got to jump out of the matrix. You got to get real with yourself. You don't have to be entertained all day, every day. Every single day from 5 to 9, you're watching TV. Every single day is a new show. Don't you see the trap? You don't have to fall for the trap. So yes, I do watch boxing. Yes, I do watch football. I am entertained. I am a human being. I'm not AI, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a square at all. I'm just saying at the end of the day, if you're watching, when I asked y'all the question earlier, how can I? How can I watch basketball, all of the games when it comes to basketball? Then we have the playoffs. How can I watch all of the playoffs? And then we have the championship. How can I watch that and then turn around and watch this? And then next thing you know, football season is coming up. And then boxing events is coming up. And then my favorite TV shows is coming up. How can you be available for that? How can I be available for that and not be available for my purpose? How can I be available and show up for all of those things, but not be available for my freaking purpose, bro? The very reason why I exist. So when I ask y'all that question, it's a genuine question, because maybe some of y'all get it. Maybe y'all have the opportunity to be able to figure out how to pull a 48th or 49th hour that I don't see. But at the end of the day, for me, I'm not where I want to be. So even if I was granted an additional 48th or 49th, an additional 5-10 more hours, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to utilize that time to get closer to where I want to be in life and have fun later. So no, I did not watch any of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Is it FIFA or FIFA? I have no idea, to be honest with you guys. But I didn't watch none of it. It's on now. I'm not watching any of it because you know what I'm doing? I'm building. I'm working. I'm getting better at what it is that I'm doing. I'm producing more than I'm consuming. It's okay to consume in moderation. But for me, I choose to produce more than I consume because it's getting me closer to the goal. I'm stacking up wins. I'm making the right sacrifices so that I can win every single day at life and be fulfilled with what it is that I'm doing and be locked in on what it is that I'm doing, and not be distracted to do what it is that I am currently doing. And so I encourage you, if you're not on your purpose, to be mindful of what it is that you're consuming and ask yourself, am I consuming more than I produce? Or if I'm producing more than I'm consuming? Reality is, if you're producing more than you consume, then there's something that you're not watching. You're missing 1 or 2 or 5 of those shows, or all of them. If you're winning, you're not watching it all. If you're winning, you may watch a few, but you're not watching them all. Not all of them. So I'm just encouraging you guys to stack the right sacrifices so that you can start winning in life and pursue your goals and dreams. If y'all rocking with the vibe, I encourage you guys to lock in with the tribe. Like, comment, hype the video, and subscribe. I can't do it without you guys. I appreciate all the love and support that we get here. As always, do what brings life to you. And it's a great chance that you'll bring life to whatever it is that you do. Please do not let those words go over your head. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace and blessings. One love. Strength.